Hello everybody, welcome to JD's Journeys. My name is JD and today I'm doing the book buying tag. I was tagged by Love from CL to do this tag, and I've left a link to her video in the description box below. Also, the original video is by Megan Olivier, and I've also left a link to her video in the description box below. The comment section is open for you to leave any comments if you have anything you'd like to say while you're watching the video. Also, if you like the video, please subscribe to see more. Question 1. Where do you buy your books from? Well, I've bought books only recently from Amazon. I haven't gone to a bookstore to buy any books lately. However, I do like to go into Chapters or Indigo to buy books. It's been a long time since I've been there. When I lived in Japan, I often went into Tokyo to go to Kinokuniya, which is a huge bookstore. And that bookstore has a large foreign section. However, not as good as a bookstore in Canada. I mean, for English books, of course. But that's my answer. Amazon and going into Chapters or Indigo. Question 2. Do you ever pre-order books? And if so, do you do this in store or online? I've never pre-ordered a book, so no. Question 3. On average, how many books do you buy a month? Right now, it's pretty much 0. I have a large backlog of books to read. However, I did buy, I believe it was 7 or 8 books earlier this year on Amazon. And before, I used to go shopping for books every month. So about 5 to 10 books a month. Number 4. Do you use your local library? Mainly for printing things. I usually don't take books out. I've looked in there to see if there are any books I'd want to take out. However, I tend to take a long time to read anything, really. Really depends on what my schedule is like. So I haven't taken any books out from the library in a very long time. Which brings us to question 5. If so, how many books can you or do you borrow at a time? Well, since I don't borrow any, probably 0, but if I did, maybe just 1. However, if my daughter wasn't taking home books from her school library, we'd probably go there and get some books every couple of weeks. Maybe 2, 3, 4 books. Question 6. What is your opinion on library books? Well, I think they're great. Yeah, it's great for people who don't want to spend the money to buy books. I personally like buying books. I like owning books. But if I just want to read something for reference, then definitely I'd go to the library. I tend to look at nonfiction books there as well. Not so much novels. I like to own novels. Question 7. How do you feel about charity shop or second-hand books? I don't have any problem with them. Actually, I sold quite a few of my books when I moved from Japan to Canada, and it went to a second-hand bookstore. I have bought some secondhand books for my daughter in a store. And I received secondhand books earlier this year from a friend. She had some books she was getting rid of, and I thought I'd take some. And I will definitely be reading them. Question 8. Do you keep your read and to be read pile together or on the same bookshelf or not? At the moment, my books are mostly in just dresser drawers and boxes. I don't have a bookshelf yet. However, before, I used to keep them on the same shelf. I had no problems doing that. I kept track of what I was reading, what I had read and what I want to read next. So I just kept a list. But before that, before I had any place to put books, I just stacked them up around my futon when I lived by myself in Japan. And I had them in an order that I'd like to read. Question 9. Do you plan to read all of the books that you own? What a silly question. Of course I do. Question 10. What do you do with books that you own that you feel you will never read or felt you did not enjoy? Well, these are kind of two different questions. If I felt like I'd never read them, well, actually, that wouldn't happen. I will read all of them. But if I didn't enjoy it, I would still probably keep them. I like to have complete collections. I don't really like to get rid of them. And besides, my daughter might want to read them in the future, or a family member might want to read. So I would keep them just for other people. Question 11. Have you ever donated books? Unfortunately, no. I have sold to a secondhand bookstore for a very, very low price, but that's it. Question 12. Have you ever been on a book buying ban? Actually, yes. Before moving back to Canada from Japan, I banned myself from buying any books because I didn't want to add to my collection. What's the point of that? Just wait until I'm in Canada before I buy any. And finally, question 13. Do you feel that you buy too many books? What's that? That's a foreign concept to me. No, I don't feel I buy too many books. In fact, I feel like I don't buy enough. I have so many series that I have first books of that I want to complete. So, give me more. So, who do I tag? Well, I've got 3 people that I like to tag. The first one is Molly DeMontagne. I always love watching her videos, and she has very well thought out answers, so I would love to see what she says for this tag. Also, a much newer booktuber, Maku Felix. She recently tagged me for another video, which will be tomorrow's video, and I would like to hear what she says about these. And finally, Bald Book Geek. He also has some very interesting answers, and I would love to hear what he says about these. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to read them. I love hearing from all of you. Also, if you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and please subscribe right over here. And if you want to watch some other videos of mine, then check these out. So thank you for going on this journey through books with me. See you in the next video.